So you're a voice actor and an idol.
Yeah.
Right. Is there like a percentage of which side you tend to do more, or is it like I'm mainly an idol who voice acts, or am I a voice actor?
Yeah. When people ask you what you do you say voice actor or idol?
I say voice actor just because I want to be a voice actor.
Okay.
But like sometimes when like in situations, you know, when, you know, saying an idol would work better. You know, like if I screw up so badly as a voice actor somewhere, I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry. This isn't you know, this is
just a side gig actually.
I'm sorry. Like sometimes I would pull the idol card. Like during like my I also do have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Right.
Like for the title, like, you know, I use idol and voice actor depending on like which one would be funnier, you know, in the context, you know.
So you didn't know you were going to be an idol. You passed the audition. They're like, you're an idol, and you're like, oh God, what happened?
Was this the first audition that you did?
No, I took a lot of voice acting auditions, but I failed a lot of them because I usually make it to the final stage with my English. But during the final stage, they would usually give you a script and they're like, look at it for 30 seconds and read it. And I'm like, okay, well, I could look at it, but I can't read it.
I actually just can't read it.
You could give me an hour. I wouldn't know how to read this.
Google Translate on your phone. Okay, I got it.
But that was also a problem when I first went into voice acting school.
Oh my gosh, this has never happened before.
What's up?
Is there something wrong with our...
Oh, no, it's the click. I think it's overheating. I think the fan might be jammed or something. Okay. Well, it should last the episode.
We'll be able to keep doing it. Sorry about that.
But yeah, when the voice acting school that I went to, for you to get in, there was a written test as well, which I didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah. And
what's on this written test?
Like, it's to see if you know basic Japanese, you know?
Oh,
Because
I see.
there's a lot of people who want to be voice actors, but they're like, you know, like we need you to have like basic language skills. But I couldn't read a single thing.
Just sweating.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no. So I took out a red pen and I wrote, I'm sorry, I'm from America.
That's such a power move.
Did that play well?
Yeah, and I circled it really big.
I can't imagine that went well.
But like right after that, there was also like an acting test too. So my pronunciation was like okay. So like, you know, even if I couldn't read or write, you know, it's like I could like speak, you know, well. So
God, that just sounds like every exam experience I've had. I'm just like, I can't do this section, but I'm gonna try and ace this section. Hopefully, this section carries me for the section that I suck at.
Yeah.
How many schools did you go to? Because I actually did a video filming at one of the schools, and it was one of the most embarrassing experiences of my life because I had to voice act in Japanese in front of people who were doing this seriously. They were all there they were all very kind about it, and they all came basically just to film this video that I was making.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad there to sit there and listen to me just butcher the language. But like there was like one thing I found really interesting is that it wasn't like it's not just one voice acting school. There's like you would have to work your way up the different tiers of voice acting schools.
Yeah.
Right.
And the one that I filmed at was like an agency would select you to join it, and you were in like kind of like the upper echelon of the like trainees wanting to get into voice acting.
It's like a weird like caste system.
It's the most
there's like I was put in the
Japanese
beginner
anime.
Okay,
Okay,
Right.
makes sense.
because I had no acting skills,
Right.
but also my Japanese sucked. So I had every reason to be in the beginner class.
Do a lot of people progress? That's one thing that I didn't really get to ask them or learn about. Is I didn't know the rate of like progression, the rate of people who would drop out. Be stuck.
I mean, I know by the time I was only there at that school for like 6 months because I got into this group that I'm in, Anak Indonesia, in like 6 months. So, but by those like months, already half the class was basically gone. You know?
Right.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of dropouts, or a lot of people that just...
Yeah, a lot of people dropped out.
I imagine it's just expensive as well, right?
Yeah, it's really expensive, but like. The one that I went to was like one of the cheaper ones, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was put in the beginner class, but on day one there was a girl that was fluent in French. And I was like, damn, I was gonna pull my English card. Like this is how I was gonna get into this agency, but this girl who knows perfect Japanese, she's so pretty, she has a beautiful voice, and she speaks perfect French. I'm
What
like,
an asshole.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't do this right now.
British people be like, I see this as a negative.
But this is the beginner class, and I'm like, you know, if I can't be the first in this beginner's class. Like there's no way I'm gonna get into the agency.
So
and if,
anime that you're like, I got to be the best in the beginner class.
Yes, and it's like if I can't be like the best here, like even if some miracle happens and I get into an agency, there's no way I can compete against my seniors who are already so good at it. So then I started going to a different like school who taught you privately.
Yeah.
Right.
And the principal at that teacher was the one who actually introduced me to Nanabun no Nijimi, like the audition.
Oh, okay.
So he also thought this group was a voice acting group.
Nobody had a clue.
Nobody had a clue.
Are you sure they just didn't pivot last minute? They were like, everyone is just really good at dancing and pretty. Maybe we should just pivot.
Yeah. No, the dancing part, oh my God, the audition process was so stressful because for Nanabun no Nijimi,
Did you ever dance before?
I did competitive figure skating, but you know how like
Okay.
Wait.
That's a whole other can of worms you just opened up.
Ice rings in LA?
but you know, figure skating and just ballet and those like slow movement dance things, it's just so different from idol dancing.
Yeah.
So, but like when I first got the call back to be in the third stage of this audition, it was 2 days before the third stage, and they were like, you need to memorize this dance, like this so-and-so group's dance. But they didn't have like a video sent to me.
Okay.
So they were like, just look for it online.
So they gave you a transcript. Be like,
Yeah.
here's
So I
So the right leg goes up, left slide.
Here's the source. Look it up.
Yeah, but like they gave me the title, so I looked it up. There's only, you know how they're really strict with copyright stuff?
Yeah.
So I see the music video, but first of all, it's the short version. And second of all, it's a music video, so there's barely any dancing. Like it's like lip sync of these pretty girls. And I'm like, what do you want me to learn? Yeah. So I went to the audition not knowing any of the choreography.
Yeah.
right.
And the girl that sat next to me, luckily she's my future member as well.
Yeah.
But she was like, do you want to go practice the dance in the hallway? And I was like,
It's like, yes, please.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be like, because I don't know the choreography, because I don't want to,
You
seem like.
stand in front.
So I'll let you take the lead.
Yeah, I was literally like, how about we watch each other dance and like give each other like constructive criticism. You go first. And so she would dance in front of me, and I'm like, how about you
No
do
way
like
that worked.
Yeah, but
What the fuck?
but she was like, but she knew that I was from America,
Yeah.
and my cousin was a dancer, so I borrowed her clothes. So I looked like a dancer. I looked like I knew what I was talking about. So I was like, you should do the movements really slowly because dance is just a lot of poses put together.
You're right.
So you should just like do it more slowly. Here, I'll do it with you. So she's like doing it really slowly.
She's like doing it
walking
slowly.
me through the steps.
Can I film it? Can I just film it? Can I replay it?
You just like violently staring, just trying to remember everything. It's like, do that part again, just one more time, please. Yeah.
Yeah. So then once I memorized it, I'm like, I think we're good. We should go back. We're good.
Dance
crazy.
downloaded.
And then
I will now ace this exam.
And that worked? You
And then it was, the time for the dance audition,
Yeah.
all these like different groups. We were put in different groups. And while we were dancing, I saw that one of the judges had a video camera going around filming us. It was obvious he wasn't filming us dancing. It was like our face.
Right.
So I was like, they don't care about the dance. It's
yeah.
about the charisma. So I was like, you know what?
Damn.
I'm going to wink at the judges.
Player.
So yeah, everybody else is like dancing really seriously, and I just learned dance, so halfway through I forget
I'm not
it.
winning this based on dance.
Yeah,
skills,
so I don't have any like dance.
Just like,
skills.
just film me up here. Like that. Just
Yeah.
don't film any of my body because I'm not moving
I
at all.
don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
This sounds like an entire anime arc.
this
you know,
does sound
like that.
this literally sounds like the Naruto test they did, where like the actual test
tuning
was
exam?
yeah, the tuning
Yeah.
exam. Like the dancing was the red herring. They didn't care about the dance.
Yeah.
You know.
Dude, the plot armor kicked in for you, bro. Like, that's crazy.
I watched enough anime to know.
Yeah. It's like, I know your scheme. That's crazy.
And I
So
thought
at
somehow
which-
it somehow worked.
At which point did you find out that you were auditioning for an idol group?
Well, once I got in, and yeah, once I got in.
When people see people who like enter like Squid Game and stuff, you're like, man, they just had no idea. You're like, this sounds so much more believable now. People will just audition for shit they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
They don't know. Yeah, like once I got in and they started caring about my weight and stuff, I was
Oh.
like, why would you care about my weight? Like,
Yeah.
Wait, how does that conversation go? Are they like, hey, you're What is that? Is that like a granola bar? How many carbs? Like, what do
At first, so you know, everybody, like majority of the members were teenagers, so
Right.
my parents had to come in for a meeting before, you know, signing the contract.
wow.
And right then and there, they told me, they were like, you should probably lose like 10 kilograms.
Jeez.
Yeah. But the thing was, I wrote on my resume. Oh, should I stop talking?
Yeah, that's very loud.
Oh, so many distractions.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
I think we're
we're
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, so I lied on my resume saying like I was 10 kilograms lighter. Yeah.
Do you feel that they were just arbitrarily picking a number that they were like, this is thin? Like, but like, without
Yeah,
even,
because like
considering-
it's really different, you know, like muscle mass and everything. So they're
Yeah.
like, you don't know what you're talking about.
yeah.
So I would go up
So
to
I'll
my-
have you know my BMI is perfectly normal, actually.
Yeah.
I do like that throughout this entire thing, you've been like pushing back in your own way against every single like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like almost unnecessarily stereotypical thing they've been asking for. You're
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not
Yeah.
going to do that. I'm
You've
gonna
somehow
do-
successfully Uno reverse card
Yeah.
every
No,
conversation
yeah,
you had.
So
yeah.
you lied and it worked?
Yeah, it worked. I mean, I guess it didn't work because they told me to lose 10 kilograms.
Okay, I thought this was before.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it worked during the resume part, but like,
Okay,
I guess
okay,
they were
right.
like, you know, you're lying kind of thing. But yeah,
Did you lose 10?
no.
Okay. Did they care?
Well, the thing was that meeting was during winter, and I was wearing like my mom's coat that was this big.
Like they can
Okay,
tell
okay.
anything. I
Yeah,
guess.
right.
Yeah.
So during the summer, the next summer, like I have like a fairly skinny waist because with like figure skating and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So like I get a lot of fat on my face. So like during the summer, I would wear like a really tight clothes and be like, since last winter, I lost 10 kilograms.
Oh.
I just took the coat off. But
Like,
hey.
damn, she did it.
Oh my god. Sorry about that. I don't know why this is the first time this ever happened.
Do you think it's overheating?
Yeah, it's most definitely.
Do we have a fan in the office?
It has a fan built in. I don't know why it's not.
Okay.
Can we get some? Do you have any ice or cold stuff that we can put it on?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Sorry about that. This has never happened before.
It's
Of course,
okay.
the one day we're on a crunch. as well.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so you got in, lost. Okay.
So
Yeah.
how did they explain to you that you were going to be part of an idol group? Was that part of the conversation when the contracts were being signed?
They never really like explained it. It was more like the more interviews you do with like all these magazines and the way the staff members would explain to you how you should explain the group. They
yeah.
always use the word like idol group, and I'm like, well, where's the voice acting part of it?
Kind of sounds
Yeah.
to me like they didn't really say anything until you got on stage and you kind of realized what the hell am I doing here?
Yeah.
Is this like a new concept as well? Like idols who are voice actors? Is this like a first of its kind? Or
I mean, there was like, of course, Love Live and Idol de Masta
Yeah.
and stuff, but I think it was the first time Akimoto Yasushi-san, you know, a producer for a lot of idol groups.
The godfather of
Yeah,
idols.
Okay.
it was the
Yeah.
first time he produced an idol group, like voice actor and idol group. So
Okay.
I think that's
Okay.
why the idol part is really strong.
He's the guy who created like AKB48. Yeah, so he's
yeah.
considered like the godfather of the idol world. Yeah, basically.
Right.
So
Okay.
What was the first gig you had when you like? Was it like it must have been a shock, just the first time actually having to do idol stuff.
It was just a lot of dance lessons. Like it was like 2 days of dance lessons and like 2 hours of voice acting lessons. And I'm like,
Okay,
oh,
that
the
makes
ratio
sense.
seems a bit off.
He's going. Oh
Did
god.
you strap ice onto it?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Oh no, that sucks.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Do you want to show like we swap so that like when that switches off since it's overheating?
I mean, it's still gonna look weird.
okay.
We can just make a note of it that we just keep turning it on. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were we again?